Classes at Homestead High School in Fort Wayne, they're going to wrap up in less than a week now, and for many students, that means the end of another school year and the start of summer. But for the band community at Homestead, a tight-knit community, it means the end of an era. Fort Wayne's NBC Today anchor Pauleen Lee has more on Mr. Barber's Opus.
Let's start 43, please. Here we go.
Band class at Homestead High School.
Actually, let's go ahead and start at 42, so we're leading up into that, okay? 42, please.
Is all about timing.
No. It's got to be together. Breathe on the what?
Precision.
Come on, here we go.
And dedication. Perfecting the masterpiece dedicated to Gettysburg, a turning point in the American Civil War that will be played at a turning point in their own lives.
Just a little more.
Graduation.
We watch the kids grow as they are a freshman to a senior. That's always fun.
These last few days of class also mean a change is coming for Mr. Barber.
You just realize that it's coming to an end and it's the final chapter. You got to make sure you accent the note and then you can't come back off of it. The note has to stay strong.
Because after 3 decades at Homestead, these final few days will truly be his last.
Here we go.
He's retiring.
You just kind of know when it's time. These are all the state trophies. These all come from ISMA.
Every year has meant something special to Mr. Barber. Year 30, however, was perhaps by far his toughest, and yet his finest.
You know, it's hard to believe that the time has gone this quickly.
To understand, we'd have to start at the beginning of his story in 1987, his first year at Homestead, and his vision to take the marching band to the state competition.
I think it was a goal that we set for ourselves. They hadn't been there, and we just had to get them to believe.
They made it that year and set a new standard for Homestead to make a state appearance every single year since, as well as several trips to nationals.
I appreciate everything that you've done, but tonight you're doing it for each other.
The credit, he says, is not his to take.
A band director isn't responsible for all of it. It's who you surround yourself with.
Yet the students who surround him say he is their biggest motivation for success.
Are you ready, man?
Yeah! We love him so much.
He's kind of like a second father to most people.
He works so hard and puts so much effort in for us.
Yeah, finish strong!
Mr. Watkins, the assistant band director, has seen Mr. Barber work his magic firsthand for the last 24 years.
He has mentored me and has taught us all so much about music and people.
For a man who's given so much to so many, this year was especially hard because it was the first year where Mr. Barber's biggest supporter couldn't be there for him.
It was my wife. She passed away.
Mrs. Nancy Barber led the color guard at Homestead for the last 29 years. She passed away from cancer in June.
We really didn't do anything that we weren't together. So she loved this program. She loved the kids and all the staff that were involved here. So she was a very special lady.
Which brings us to why this band community has meant even more to Mr. Barber this year than ever.
We always talk about the band being a family. When you help each other out, you get through those hard times, and they're certainly supportive of everybody when those things happen.
How you doing?
It's a happy day.
I know. I'm very happy for you.
Thank you.
And that second family extends into the thousands of lives he's touched in the last 30 years, some traveling from across the country to wish him well at his retirement party. Kim Horner was a student in the Barbers' first year at Homestead.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for everything.
The Barbers also taught all 3 of her children.
When I was a student, I was very shy and withdrawn, and they just help bring out your greatest potential. I'm forever grateful for that.
Last 3 bars, please.
What's been your greatest achievement here at Homestead? 30 years.
My greatest achievement? To watch the kids go on professionally in life and do well, and know that maybe I played a little part in that.
So it's about awards, but it's almost kind of not about the awards.
Correct. Yes, most definitely. I always tell the kids that it's the work that goes behind to make that happen. Yeah, I'll miss the kids a lot and that interaction. That'll be probably the most difficult thing.
Mr. Barber's time at Homestead may be coming to an end, but the legacy he's helped to create among the students and staff will last for a long time to come.
The kindness, the love always remains. It never leaves because it is handed down.
Definitely a well-deserved retirement for a man who will greatly be missed. Mr. Barber says he'll be doing some traveling and spending some quality time with family on his retirement. As for the Homestead Marching Band community, Mr. Watkins, the assistant band director, will be taking over. Mr. Barber, however, will be back from time to time to serve as a consultant.
Oh, Pauleen, well done. What a band and what a man, right? Under Mr. Barber's direction, in case you didn't know, the marching band made 30 consecutive appearances at the state competition with 5 wins. And they've also made 3 huge appearances at Grand Nationals after a 22-year hiatus. Good luck, Mr. Barber.